from SoFi Stadium. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Throwing is Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Robinson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Stafford hooking up with Akers. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Now it's Stafford. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. They'll run for it with Akers. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He finds his man complete. That's Rose. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati 1st down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Rams are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. After the interception, here's Stafford. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Stafford now to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down. Stafford.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
We're scoreless after one. First down with Akers.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he used his quickness to make a play.
Now on 2nd and 13. Stafford. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Trey Hendrickson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack, and they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Open man is Chase, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. The LSU connection, Burrow to Chase for the Cincinnati first.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now it's Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's Rose. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Perfect execution on that inside handoff, and then a little will, a little brute strength to move forward after the contact.
What do we call that now in today's NFL, heck, in today's football? Contact balance, right? That's the buzzword, the phrase you hear. A back who can absorb contact, bounce off of it, and keep moving. Just what you said, brute strength, force of will. Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up for the 1st and goal.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
All of a sudden, those lanes over there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensive.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon
with career touchdown number 70.
And the Bengals go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Point after here coming up. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now the Rams going to take over late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford, the Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now.
So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. Now they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. So here are the Bengals set to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. This one caught downfield by Higgins.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he's taken down inside the 30. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And now they will throw it with Burrow. On the move to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
On 3rd down, Burrow buying time to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Trey Hendrickson bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action. But that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Stafford going to give this to Akers.
And down he'll go at the 25. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw, Stafford. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 1st down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. From just shy of midfield, Stafford.
He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
And he stopped immediately there. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the red zone now, Stafford. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee.
And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage.
Touchdown, Rams! Cooper Kupp, his 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Rams have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Parkey with the extra point. And now things going to go more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Here we go.
That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. The second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Room here to run. And he's going to get this one all the way down to the Rams 33. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
The second in the NFL in interceptions. You understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Burrow looking to pass. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get your reset. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
On the jet sweep, here's Chase.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Jamar Chase. His 1st rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals will add to their 4th quarter lead. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
O'Donnell set to kick off.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So now Stafford and the Rams
down by 10. A little under a minute 50 remaining. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So that, a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a 2-score game.
And 2 doesn't seem like much, does it? But it means everything in this situation because now they're going to have to look back, and ultimately that might be the play that ends up deciding this game.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Taken in at the 22.
Cincinnati set to take over once again.
And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They'll try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Again, it's Mixon. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Now a first down throw. Stafford. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete on the deep ball. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Makes it 2nd and 10.
Now Stafford. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. One last throw here for Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So this one